So we're here with a fast-rising country music artist who is about to release her brand new album, her debut album. It's out tomorrow. Welcome, Lainey Wilson.
Oh man, I'm excited. I'm so pumped to talk to you, and oh golly, it feels good, man.
It's a huge day for you tomorrow. You're releasing your album, Sayin What I'm Thinkin. What emotions are running through you at the moment?
Well, first of all, you can see the smile on my face. I got up this morning, I'm like, I cannot stop smiling. I'm so pumped and humbled, and just, I feel like everything we've been working so hard on is coming to fruition. And, there's no other feeling like that. We've worked hard on this thing for a very long time. And, I've been writing for this record for years, and to see it come to life, and I can't wait to see the connection that people truly do make to it, and it's going to be cool.
Brilliant. You say you've been working on it for years. I mean, before you actually set yourself on and making this album, did you have a concept in mind? Do you have an idea of how you wanted to approach it? Or did it all come out organically?
Yes, you know what? It actually came out all organically. We did not write specifically for this record. I had written just a bunch of songs. We actually had dwindled it down to 200 songs, and then finally got us a list of 50. And then from there, Sayin What I'm Thinkin, the title track, just kind of kept raising its hand. I was like, well, no matter what, I do want to put this on the record. And I was like, you know what? This could be a great title track. This needs to be the name of the record. And so we actually based every other song around that song. Every song had to be, is this saying what I'm thinking? So whether it was Dirty Looks or Things a Man Ought to Know or WWDD, we asked ourselves the question, is this saying what I'm thinking? Which made it a way more fun, but also a much easier process, because when I tell you we had so many songs to go through, it was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, how long did it take you to dwindle them down then? That sounds like that must have been a mammoth task on its own.
Yes, months. We really got a head start on it before we went into the studio, probably 6 months in advance, and just really kind of kept, throwing ideas back and forth, and then sent over the 50 songs we had dwindled down to my producer, Jay Joyce, and he, kind of gave his input, and we really talked about, which direction we wanted it to go. And the crazy thing is, like, everybody was pretty much on the same page. I mean, when you have so many people on your team, sometimes you could have different ideas of what you're supposed to be or the songs you're supposed to cut. But I've been very grateful and blessed that everybody is letting me be me and let me do my thing. And as long as I can do that, we good.
Great. And when you actually are putting a song together, then what's your writing process? Or do you have a process?
It's different every single day for me. And that's what I love about songwriting. It truly does keep me on my toes. I mean, sometimes the idea could fall from the sky, and sometimes you might have to fight for the idea. I could be listening to somebody's conversation, hear something they say, jot it down on my phone, or actually go through something. But there's sometimes too when songwriters come into the room, and my co-writer, they'll have an idea. Maybe it's something that they're going through, or just, something they've dreamed up. But the cool thing about being a songwriter is you can, if you try hard enough, you can put yourself into the shoes of whatever it is that you're writing about. If you want to write about that tree out here in the yard, put yourself into the shoes of that tree, and you kind of have to feel every single emotion. And I love being able to do that. But I will tell you, the songs that end up like rising to the top for me are the ones that are the most true to me. And you can just kind of tell it in the lyrics, in the way that I sing it. And yeah, I'm telling you, for me, songwriting is different every single day.
And you mentioned recently that you think that your fans will know you better after they've heard this album. What is it what are you hoping they take away from it about you then?
Yeah, this album is truly who I am, what I want to say, and how I want to say it. It is like me to my core. I mean, it's what I believe in, how I was raised. And at the end of the day, like, I want people to listen to this record, and I don't want them to feel alone. That's my job, is to make sure that people feel like, there's somebody out there who's feeling the same exact way as them, whether that means they're trying to have a good time or they're going through something. And yeah, my goal is for people to also listen to this and feel like they can be unapologetically themselves. And that's what, that's what I did making this record. I mean, every single song, I truly am saying what I'm thinking. And I hope people can take away, just being themselves.
Yeah. So, I mean, other than the title track, then, which song really resonates with you the most then? Because I'm getting the impression that's the one for you. But are there any others that really hit home for you?
Yeah, so it's actually my single to country radio right now. It's Things a Man Ought to Know. How I was raised, it was just me and my sister. There were no boys in the family, and my daddy, he really tried to teach us things that he thought we should know before we left the house. I moved to Nashville in a camper trailer, and before I left the house in Northeast Louisiana, he made me weave it in and out of the pine trees, making sure I knew what I was doing. I don't know how I didn't break the thing, but not just things like that. Like, my parents truly taught me the characteristics that I'm supposed to look for in myself, but also in other people when I'm trying to find friendships or relationships or whatever it is. And this song is about having good character. It's about treating people the way that you want to be treated. Bottom line, it's the golden rule. And I'm so excited that is my single over here, because that's how I feel about things. That is my truth right there. I believe in being kind to people, and that's not something that just a man ought to know, though. That's something that every single person needs to know, and especially during times like this.
Yeah. Brilliant. So, I mean, once you've got the number of songs down, you decided what was going on in the album. How did things go when you got to the studio then? What happened there? What was the process when you got in there?
It was such a cool experience. I'm telling you, working with Jay Joyce, he was my bucket list producer, hands down. When somebody asked me, who would you like to work with? It was Jay Joyce. And I don't know if I manifested it or what, but it really was one of those also organic kind of situations where, he reached out to me and we got to know each other, and then we made a dang record together. And it was so cool because I learned so much. I mean, I got in there, and of course I let him do his thing because that's what he does. He does it best. And, he's helped create and mold so many of my favorite artists, like Eric Church, Brothers Osborne. He truly has, been a big part in their artistry. And that's really kind of what he's been for me too. He's helped me, I had the songs, I look this way, I dress this way, but he really has helped me find my sound and, find something that sets me apart just a little bit. And while still not, muddying the waters, he's still allowing me to be me and sound like me. And it was such a cool experience. I mean, he's one of a kind. There's nobody like Jay Joyce.
Yeah, brilliant. And did you face any particular challenges with the album at all?
The biggest challenge was trying to figure out what was going on there before we, found the common denominator of Saying What I'm Thinkin, because I mean, at the end of the day, you pour your heart and your soul into every single song that you write. Yeah. And I mean, some are better than others, but at the end of the day, they're all like your babies. And, the hours that you spend on, trying to craft an idea. And I mean, you kind of, just being vulnerable with every single one of them. It's hard to be like, I'm gonna have to put you up on a shelf for a little while. That doesn't mean I'm not going to come back to you, but it's just not your time. And that's hard for me to do because I want to write them and put them out the same day.
Yeah. And obviously the album's out tomorrow. Then you've got a huge week coming up then. You've got a whole load of live events going on online, documentaries, live streams, hangouts. Can you tell us a bit about what you've got going on this week?
Absolutely. Yeah. So we're doing something every night of the week. I just figured what better way to celebrate than, giving the people what they want. We clearly can't play live shows right now. And I want to just stay connected as I possibly can. And I feel like this is, the best way for me to do that. So, yep, it's going to be fun. It's going to be busy, and woo, I can't wait.
It must have taken a huge amount of organization and preparation for it.
You ain't lying. It's definitely been a lot of hard work, and my team has just stepped up and done the thing. So it's cool how, you can sit down and talk about ideas, and then you kind of see them come to life, and it's going to be great.
Right. And in terms of playing for an online audience as opposed to a live audience as such, does your mindset change when you're doing that?
It does. I mean, it does. I feed off of people. I feed off of human interaction. So there's nothing like playing to, a live audience. And I can't wait for that moment, just because, when you're there, when you're in the crowd, whether I'm in the crowd or I'm on stage, like, I want to feel like we're on the same page. And that's my goal, and that's my job, is to be a light. And, whether somebody is going through something or trying to have a good time, at the end of the day, it's still, it's my job to make them feel like we're in this together. And when it's a live audience like that, you definitely feel that. But with the whole live stream, we're doing what we got to do right now, but I can't wait to hug people's necks and shake people's hands and really, get to know people one-on-one.
Right. And I mean, we caught you playing last year, about 12 months ago, maybe slightly longer, at Manchester's Royal Northern College of Music. Fantastic gig. And we can't wait for the day that you can come back again and play.
I'm telling you right now, like, there's no other fan base like the fan base over there. Just the way that people love country music and dig into it and know every word. And it's like they appreciate all the hard work that you've put into it. And I appreciate that. I mean, it's, a lot of the times people listen to music and they feel the beat. They don't really care what it says, but everybody over there is a little different.
Brilliant. Well, Lainey, thank you so much for your time. Album Sayin What I'm Thinkin is out tomorrow. It's a fantastic album. I've had a sneak peek at it, sneak listen. It's great. We absolutely love it. So thank you so much. Good luck with all the shows as well.
I appreciate you, man. I hope you have a good one. Be blessed.
Thank you. You too. Thanks.
See ya.